all the things that this thing did. That this fucking thing did.
I still had these deep wounds from racism that I had never really faced. So I started by tracing an outline of my body onto black paper and then collaging in mostly white faces, but also black and other races. Everything but Asian celebrities and images of, beauty, and that represented the racism that was imprinted in my body. That's still, no matter how much spiritual work I've done, like this, Snow White, white is still best. That difference equals being less than. And so I ended up writing a couple pieces about it, and then I ended up doing this painting collage where So I didn't know what to do with this this collage with all the white faces imprinted. Like when I just looking at it made me fucking angry, and I assumed I'd like burn it up. But then I don't know, I felt like, this is part of me. It's not something to be against. It's shaped me, and it's still alive. I mean, it's still ever present in the society I live in. So how can I relate to it? How can I be with it? Instead of just trying to get rid of it. I thought I would make a video of like dancing with it, or I didn't know. And then a few days ago, I knew I was going to need to cut my hair. So I cut my hair recently as a part of a ritual of like banishing disapproval. Just all kinds of disapproval, the ways I disapprove of myself, which translates into the way I disapprove of other people. And when it was actually interesting because I've had my hair short before, but never this short. And I was a little scared, but I was surprised at how much disapproval came up around, not feeling feminine, which I don't usually have sensitivity around. And I realized later how perfect, because part of the deeper wound that the racism brought me to, and that I always go back to because the wound of our culture, it's like the divine feminine, rejection, and what flows through my blood and my ancestry is this, having to perform, to prove your value, to earn your worth, through your body, through affectations, like this power play, to try to sustain love. And how perfect that I'm, the moon story I've been sharing, it's all about awakening to inner beauty that is not conditional upon anything, especially something like a fucking haircut. Cutting my hair, all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, this is the end of the art project, because the disapproval, just like the disapproval of the feminine, the disapproval of my body as an Asian person, as children of immigrants, the disapproval of this culture of anything that's unlike the mainstream or norm. This is all the same disapproval. So I did end up cutting it up. But what I'm going to do is I cut it up. I burned pieces, which took a long time in this little tiny cauldron. But that even felt right. Like it took years to imprint, and it's taken years to unravel. Shot of it. So I'm going to pour some water in it, and then I might have to also add some acrylic black paint, but we'll see what this does first. It was a projected image of my face, but with a adornments of like a bodhisattva. I was just working on making reflective art and how that would change my embodiment or whatever. Anyway, I didn't finish it. And I brought it out recently when I was thinking about the moon story, because, you know, in the moon story, she faces the sun, receives the love of the sun for the first time. But that masculine entity is not about, you know, finding a lover that reflects you. It's about the masculine inside, right? The yang. And so I thought, oh, what better way than to like make her, the same image of the moon, be this crowned, glorious sun. And then I looked up Korean ancient crowns instead of the bodhisattva thing, because I think of the queen as being like, you know, bringing the bodhisattva to this earth. No, I want half of it dark. I want the half that's unseen, the half that is shadow, the half that is always growing, and the soil, you know, from which the other comes. And then the rainbow came through, and that feels so perfect. So I want the black side darker, and I want this ash, you know, that is the soil from which I've come. What's fascinating is I was just going to do this side of the face, but then I realized I also wanted to darken the hair. So the hair, coming back to the hair, in that culture I burned not only the remnants of that collage piece, the hair that I cut that represented the disapproval that I've been carrying, and rose petals from flowers that were given to me with love. So putting that all in the soil and then recreating her hair. So beautiful. Yeah, my mom would look at magazine pictures and she would say, oh, look at them, they're so beautiful, their legs and their eyes. And I would say, Mom, but you're more beautiful than they are. And she'd say, no, not like that. Like, Korean people don't even look done compared to them. It reminds me of that Native American story that, you know, white people weren't baked long enough, black people were burned, and, you know, the Native Americans were just right. I tend to think of myself as within that color spectrum, so I think we're fucking done. Okay. Cool. Look at that timing. I didn't even plan that.